everybody and welcome back to my channel. Before I get into the art, I just want to say that I recently got some new markers. Now I actually want to do a little bit of a swatching here just to test out these new markers, kind of like a mini haul I guess. I was thinking of actually doing this in a separate video, but I thought, you know, it's probably not a lot to do like a full art supply haul, so I thought I would just do like a mini Copic haul in this video. Now I may not be able to say all of these colors in order, but as you can see I am showing the colors, so if you want to see what color it is you can pause it. And yeah, so the colors that I got were YR Quad Zero, Pale Chiffon, R 000 Cherry White, R 00 Pinkish White, E11 Barley Beige, E 000 Pale Fruit Pink, B99 Agate, E74 Cocoa Brown, BG96 Bush, Y26 Mustard, Y23 Yellowish Beige, Y28 Lionette Gold, R19 Red Violet, RV17 Deep Magenta, RV13 Tender Pink, BG78 Bronze, BG75 Abyss Green, BG72 Ice Ocean, YR23 Yellow Ochre, YR21 Cream, YR20 Yellowish Shade, BV17 Deep Reddish Blue, BV13 Hydrangea Blue, BV11 Soft Violet, G16 Malachite, G14 Apple Green, and G12 Sea Green. Now those are a lot of colors that I have been looking at and drooling over, and eventually I ended up being able to save up enough money to finally do the order, and to be honest I am so happy. And yeah, I'm just, it's not often that I'm able to actually splurge on art supplies and buy them, so when I do I'm pretty happy. Now as you can see I have started off doing this illustration here. Now I tried to keep that part at the start of the video short, but it's a lot of markers to mention. Anyways, this is my first actual artwork where I am using those markers. Now I'm not using exclusively those colors because that would be a little bit difficult, but this is the first illustration with those colors in it. Now as you can see I am drawing a lovely cute picture of Link here. Now if you don't know this character, his name is Link. He's from the Legend of Zelda game series, and when I first got Breath of the Wild I was so excited, and to be honest Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite video game so far, apart from Pokemon obviously. Now to start off this artwork I actually did the sketch on my iPad using Procreate, and lately I have been printing off my line art and you know, colouring it in traditionally, but this time I decided I wanted to do my line art in pencil. This is one of the techniques that I frequently use. I don't always do the same thing all the time because I like to mix things up. But yeah, I really like using coloured pencils for line art because it eventually sort of gives it a softer, more illustrated look, and I think it just looks really good, and I thought it would suit the cute nature of this artwork. Now as for the concept of this artwork, I wanted to draw Link cooking, and as you can see he is cooking simmered fruit, and I wanted there to be a lot of fruit in this illustration. I wanted it to sort of be the emphasis of this artwork. So most of the shading and the bright colours are sort of on the fruit to make it stand out and look nice. So to start off colouring in this artwork, I actually went to the background first. Now I prefer to do the background first because it is the majority of the illustration, and that way I can colour and shade the figure according to the background to make it look better. Because a lot of the time if I do the figure first and then the background, the figure ends up needing fixing up on the shadows. So yeah, this is just a way for me to get around that. Now I started off with the grass in the background, using a lot of warm sort of desaturated greens. Now this is actually a mix of yellow greens, and blue greens, but these three colours actually work really well together even though they're not technically a blending group. Next, after I got most of the grass done, I am going to go back over that, by the way. I went into the cooking pot in the foreground of the artwork. Now, I'm mainly using some cool grays here to do this. And I basically did some nice layers of shading, and then after that I went over the top and I did a lot of stippling on the cooking pot to sort of give it a more of a rough kind of texture look, I guess. After that, I obviously went over the background a little bit more. In this artwork, the grass was probably the most difficult for me, and it's not perfect, obviously. However, I did get it to a part where I liked it, but it took a lot of different layers and stuff. I'm not sure why. I guess I was just trying to go for a really detailed, grassy looking field. And yeah, I don't know. It took a little bit, but you know, I think I liked it. Now for the trees in the background, I went for my E70 colors and then a little bit of buttercup yellow for the highlights on the trees. Now this is mainly because I really wanted to use my E74 marker, which is a new marker of mine. And yeah, I actually really like that color. Now after that, I went and colored in the fire in the bottom of the artwork, and I used a lot of browns and reds and oranges for that. Next I went for the trees. Now with the trees I did an interesting sort of technique. I did a nice light layer of a lightish green color, and then I just sort of layered some like little speckly patterns over the top very roughly, and then I just sort of went from like a light green to like a medium green, and then I did the same thing over the top with a darker green, and then even more with another darker green, and actually a little bit of a blue color as well, just to try and get a nice deep shadows. And I actually really like this rough textured look of the leaves. I think it looks really nice and interesting. After that, I decided to go in with the fruit. Now the fruit is probably one of the most exciting parts of the artwork for me, mainly because when I got these brand new markers, I really wanted to draw fruit. I'm not sure why. I guess just the bright colors of all the new markers inspired me a little bit. And you know what, I actually really do enjoy drawing and coloring in fruit of all things. I think it's fun. Now the fruit here, I actually used a reference for the copious simmered fruit from the Breath of the Wild game. Now it's pretty funny to get references for this. I actually just went into my Nintendo Switch and made Link hold a bunch of fruit, and I decided to pick the fruit in an order that actually looked nice, so this is actually an accurate representation of the way he's holding the fruit. I know that's funny, but yeah, and then I just took a lot of screenshots and basically sent them to my phone, and yeah, that's what I used for references for this illustration, so that's pretty funny. Now for his skin and hair, I actually used colors that I got recently. You know, when I get new markers, I really like to try and use these new colors because it just inspires me to to use these colors, I guess. You know, when you buy art supplies, you want to use them, don't you? But yeah, I actually used a color called mustard for his hair, which is actually very appropriate because he's got that sort of mustardy, like blonde hair. And yeah, I actually really like that color for blonde hair. I'm probably going to use that again. It's interesting to note for the skin colors, I didn't exactly use E-tones. I did use barley beige and a really light E color, which is an earth tone. But I also used some really light R colors, red colors, mainly cherry white and also pinkish white. And that just gives it a little bit more of a pinky tone to his skin, which I actually do like a lot. Now for his shirt, I mainly used processed blue and a bit of night blue, and then I actually used a bit of gel pen to go over the top for the white patterns on his shirt. And And then after that, a few more touch-ups here and there with the gel pen, mainly on the highlights of the artwork, and also a little bit of colored pencil as well, and I was done this artwork. So here is the final result, and I absolutely love this artwork. It's a lot better than my last Link artwork. I'm just going to say that now. If you want to see that, it's somewhere in my YouTube channel. It's a bit of an old video. But yeah, I think since drawing Link then and now, I have definitely improved, so I'm pretty glad about that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and if you liked this video, make sure you please show it to your friends. I'm actually really close to reaching 7,000 subscribers, so I actually really want to get there. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!